What's up everyone, and welcome to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through, if you're a beginner, how to install on a 2023 Toyota Camry. If you guys don't know me, my name is Julio. I own a window tint shop here in Lodi, California. We also make our own products called Rpfilms. If you guys are in the market and looking for high quality automotive films, make sure to check us out. We're a growing brand and we have amazing products that we show you guys how to use while doing installation videos like this. So let's go ahead and get into it. This job today is 5% on the back half, 20% on the front half, and we're gonna be filming everything for you guys to watch and see. If you guys have any questions, any recommendations, you guys see something I do in the video that you like, or you wanna have maybe a more of a deeper explanation to it, make sure to comment below, like and subscribe, because a lot of effort goes into these videos. Let's get into it. All right guys, just like anything, preparation is what you need in order to be a successful window tinter. Now, a lot of guys have unorganized carts and they're all over the place. What we have here is everything I need in one, so it's easy to grab. I can grab my squeegee, my tools, my blade, my scrapers, my shrinking cart. Everything is organized. This thing's gonna get a major upgrade pretty soon here. But first thing I wanna do, open the car and identify what I need to do. So I know that I can take off this panel, remove the gasket, but I don't really wanna do all that because it's invasive and it just takes more time. So what I do is I grab a tool like this and I'm able to put it inside the panel and create just enough space for the film to go down. Now, because we're a professional shop here, and whenever we can, we use a door panel protector. So right here is my door panel protector. This is what is going to go around to make sure I don't damage any electronics or anything like that. It's also just to help. This actually is a speed thing. Yeah, it takes me a few seconds to put this on, but after I put it on, I'm able to then slide this tool here, slide this tool here, and now when I'm done installing, I don't have to clean the panel. So it does quite a few things outside of just, helping protect the panel. So if you want to move faster, I highly recommend doing something like this. Now, you can't really buy this product on the market. I bought it when the guy was still in business. So hopefully we can recreate a product like this, or if you find something similar, this is a great tool because it has magnets and Velcro on the back. Okay, so that's it guys. Let's go ahead and install. Okay guys, so a lot of guys scrape the entire glass. Personally, I don't. I just scrape whatever I need to. So like here, there was adhesive from the manufacturing sticker. So we're just gonna take that off. And make sure it doesn't get stuck in there. Take it out. And I'm gonna add a little trash can in the future. But I'm gonna spray. Now because that sticker was pretty thick, I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape off anything else. All right guys, so for this install, I will be bottom loading. I personally try to bottom load whenever I can. So make sure our hands are wet. Spray the film. Grab the film. I like to have a good sturdy grip on it. A lot of guys like to put their hands behind it. They claim that they get less contamination. I don't really think that's very accurate, but I like to have a little bit more control because when I'm pushing it in here, I want to have a lot of guidance. So I picked the bottom right corner because I'm right-handed. I have a little bit more control there. Then I'm going to go left and top left. Okay, so make sure this is flat. Slide it in. Hold with one finger and squeegee out the top. Now, it's okay if the film is moving a little bit. I'm gonna make a whole video about slip solution in the future, but I'm very specific with my slip solution usage. That doesn't mean like I measure it by the, the ounce or whatever, or the milliliter, or however they track that. I do it based on feel. So if I know that I want more tack whenever I'm doing bottom loading, because I want it to grab on, and I want less tack. By tack, I mean the film is not moving, or is able to move a lot. I want tack sometimes, and I don't want tack other times. So that'll make sense in another video. But I'm gonna have two separate kegs, one with more slip, one with less slip, depending on the job. Okay, now I have to go into the edges. Okay, now before I roll it up, make sure, one, that the film is not moving, and two, that there's no more issues. All right. All right, now the film is still moving right now. So I can either do one of two things: heat it with the heat gun and wait, or I can start working on the next window. So for example, I'm gonna grab my pen, my blade, and I'm gonna start trimming this next quarter panel and getting it ready for install. One side deal. So I'm going to trim this gasket because instead of wasting time waiting for the window to dry, I can kind of get ahead and start on the next one. Okay, so we're gonna do a thing called snaking where I'm trimming the gasket slightly. And what I'm doing is just creating a little bit of space here. Now, here's the thing. This is still moving, which means if the film is moving after you've tacked it, that can be good for some people, but for me, it's too much slip. I'm gonna go ahead, no, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. The film goes in easier, but then it takes longer to dry. If I roll it up while it's still slipping, it's gonna be an issue because the gap will be bigger. When I roll up the window, the film will pull down. So let me make sure that I heat it and secure it. So I can do one of two things. I can create a new slip solution, which I'm probably gonna have to do. But what I would do first is I'm gonna knock out the quarter panels because I want more slip on the quarter panels. So let me do those first. It's a lot of slip. And what I'm doing here is just getting the film to activate the glue. And essentially now I can push in and roll the window up. Now here, I'm gonna focus on the bottom half. As you can see here, it's very easy to grab my tools because I have this little tool thing, which we might start selling on the website at some point. So I'm gonna go here, squeegee, squeegee, squeegee. All right, so that's about it, guys. Now I'm done with this install. Now I'm still gonna work on the quarter, so I can leave this here, but I like this little mini gasket tool set, which we do have on the website, maybe coming back. All this stuff comes together. You're gonna slide this in here. And what we did is we added an extra hole in this one because normally they don't come with them. So let me grab this, slide it in here. And what I'm doing is now I'm creating all this space in this quarter. So probably Jared will have to film from the outside because it's a very tight little area. So see how much easier that is to slide in? Normally people have to fight with it. When you create that space with these tools, it makes your job 10 times easier. Now you want a lot of slip when you're dealing with quarter panels because it's such a small little area, and the more space you have, the better. The more space to work with, the more slip to work with. And that's it, guys. So this install is done. Now each tool has a different purpose, so it's pretty hard to get in there with this tool. So I have this little tool here, which normally is a wrap tool, I think, but I've been recently using it for little details. And we're done with this window, so let's go ahead and move on to the next ones. All right, guys, so the reason you want to have multiple gasket openers, because like this one, the front one, we use a tiny one, and this one fits perfectly in here. So it makes it so much easier for you to open it and create space. Now, a lot of people want to remove the panels, and that's fine, but you know, it's just one of those things where if I don't have to remove the panel and risk breaking clips or damaging something, then it's just better to use a gasket opener. Just my opinion. And it's also much faster than removing a door panel, and just a better method, in my opinion. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so for the back windshield, we want to have it prepped a little bit earlier. So what I do is I clean it off, I add the soap, and then I finish the rest of the car. This allows me to make my workload more efficient, and it's ready to go when I'm ready to shrink it. So let's go ahead and prep it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be testing this new product. I found it at Target, and essentially what it is you put the soap bar inside of it, and supposedly it's kind of like shot, like same thing as like a, let's see, maybe I have to like warm it up a little bit, you know? And essentially, instead of having all this messy like soap stuff, not as soapy as the normal soapy one I use, but maybe I should like spray. It's like a block of soap. If I spray that, I think, you know, with anything, you gotta use it over and over again. Let's see how it shrinks. It takes longer too, but let's test it out. It doesn't look as thick as the other one. Try it again. So you can see like the comparison. This is what I normally use. Let me show you what it normally looks like. It could also be that I want to also make sure I'm using the right amount of soap from the spray, but it doesn't look very soapy. So let me put my normal solution. Yeah, this is day and night. I'm gonna try to shrink it with this side being like, I gotta clean that. This side being the new soap solution, that side being the old soap solution. This makes a huge difference. A lot of people don't realize that. Where are you? Where are you? I'm so sorry. All right guys, so when you get fingers, we call them fingers because they look like fingers. This is because there's just tension in that area, so we need to push it out. So we're gonna heat it up, wait till it kind of wiggles, and then push it out. You wanna try to avoid pushing out stuff on the inside, just because it's not necessarily like a good idea because it could scratch the film. Luckily our film comes with a really great scratch resistance. It comes with a great scratch resistant coating. So it's very, very, you know, easy to work with, but just recommended not to do that. So let me finish this quarter panel, and then we're gonna start on the windshield. Okay, so let's say you almost damaged the film. You just gotta lift it up, you heat it, and push it out. Just like that. Voila. Let me see you do that, other film companies. Actually, a lot of products, once they're damaged, it's hard to come back from it. I've been trying to find ways to make my job more efficient. So now I'm getting these little baskets so I can have all my tools in here. So you need like the basics, you need your squeegees, you might need a hard card, Maybe you'll need a blade, just everything you might need, just ready to go. We're gonna be doing the reverse roll method, which means we need to lay down the film, or take off the liner, put the liner back on, and then we're gonna reverse roll it onto the glass. You know, we have a big warehouse door. Watch them all fall. They just go through the warehouse door. Hey, oh my. All right, so you're rolling it, and wherever you end, so I'm gonna end on that side, so I'm gonna lay the film on that side, knowing that that's where I'm gonna start the unrolling process. Now, you wanna spray this and clean it off. I told her, don't go out that door. This is how you do a back windshield. Now, the smaller you are, the easier this part is. Unfortunately, I'm massive, 6'7", huge biceps, just a fucking unit. So this is uncomfortable for me. So I'm gonna spray, and don't worry, I have a better way of doing it this way better in the future. So I don't have a fucking backpack. And see, I have all my tools, so I don't have to get back out and grab my tools. So, I'm gonna scrubby. Okay, now I can't reach behind the tail light, but this tool can. Get those bottom edges. See how efficient this is? And I'm gonna squeegee. Clean it off with the bulldozer. Now, some of you might use the Frankenstein method. We just bring the whole film in here and do it all at once. I'm sorry, but that's just stupid and lazy. Having steps and processes ensures a quality install. So, the film ended here, so I unroll it from here. And I gently, ever so gently, unroll this baby. And toss it. And then I go swimming. And I'm gently laying this film in there. Now, for people who aren't installers, it's a delicate step. If I push too hard, I can crease the film. I could do something that would damage the product. So I'm being very gentle. You know that skit of the guy who's like, it is just force. Gentle, there's force. Gentle, force. We are just beings. All right, then I go in. And that's a tappy tappy. All right, now you want to make your job a little bit easier. Swim, swim. And what this is doing is I'm just like treading water. I'm getting rid of all these little big bumps. So when I squeegee, I don't get any resistance. Kind of like a pre-squeegee before the squeegee to lay down the film. All right, got this. When I start in the middle, push out. Push out. I recommend trying to squeegee out in the direction that you heated it. So I squeegee in this direction, so I will push out in this direction. Small tips, that can make a big difference. and I push. Next, well, this area is still pretty doable with this squeegee, so I'm gonna push it out. Make my job a little bit easier as much as I can. And I'm gonna go back up. The pat. Nice. Push. Push. As you can see from the outside, you'll see the direction I'm going. All right guys, so then you put away your tools like this. I'm gonna do a quick wipe down of the panel like this and clean, just a rough clean. And I don't know why I brought the second towel with me, but it's kind of in the way. But look, I'm able to easily get in and out. And then I use alcohol. I wonder if I could make my own alcohol. Like our own, you know? All right guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let's do a quick walk around on the vehicle. We did 5% on the back half, 20% on the front half. Came out really great. Now, if you don't know much about window tint, you wanna make sure not to roll down the windows for 48 hours and that hazy look will go away. So we're all completed. This was a $200 job. It wasn't a big job, but these are kind of like those small jobs you have to still do when you have a tint shop. So that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, we sell the products. So if you wanna support the channel, 1, subscribe, 2, go check out rpwindowfilms.com and try out our carbon or ceramic or new product coming, nano ceramic, pretty soon. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and let's go ahead and see you in the next video.